conclusion of today's episode of Mystery Matinee.
Oh, hello, Martha. Yeah, this is Ramona. What do you mean the suburban strangler has been spotted in my neighborhood? And he only murders girls whose names start with R? What was that? Somebody's coming! Oh, no! It's you! I can't believe it! Go away! Go away! Martha, can you hear me? If anything happens to me, the name of the strangler is...
Oh, you scared me to death.
Why'd you turn it off? Don't you want to know who killed Ramona?
No, I don't want to know until the summer reruns. Besides, my 3 miles were up. That's right.
Mom, Grandpa and I need more lemonade.
Well, there's some in the refrigerator, Kevin.
Building a treehouse is hard work.
How was it coming?
Great, but it sure makes a man thirsty. Hey, Mom! Look what Grandma bought me.
Oh, that's cute, Becky. That's the 3rd outfit you bought for her this week.
The 4th. She bought me a pink velvet party dress, too.
Yeah, go put it on and show your mama.
Oh, yes. I must change. My boyfriend is picking me up in his limo to take me out to dinner.
Wait a minute. Who said you could have chocolate donuts this close to dinner?
Grandpa!
That Curtis, he has no idea of nutrition. I cannot get him to stop giving the kids junk food.
Well, now Kevin won't eat a bite of dinner.
Oh, what a shame. And I made tofu with cabbage loaf supreme. Well, I'm gonna get cleaned up. I'll take this up for you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you guys next weekend. Honey, you should have been there. We beat the faculty 5-4. I pitched the game of my life. I got 2 triples and a single, and I slid into home for the winning run.
Big deal.
Obviously not a baseball fan. Okay, what's the problem? My dad or your mother?
Well, it's both. Our parents are spoiling our children rotten.
Oh, that again. Thought you were gonna have a talk with your mother.
Well, I did, last week. I said, Mom, you're spoiling the kids. She said, that's why grandmas were born.
Honey, Dad said that's why grandpas were born.
Oh, what are we gonna do?
Well, they haven't lived with the kids very long. Maybe the novelty will wear off.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing. This is Groovy Grandpa. Do you read me?
Hello? I can read you. This is Little Dude.
Ah. Well, I'm on my way to the kitchen to pick up more donuts. Groovy Grandpa, over and out. I bought these so we could talk back and forth when Kevin's playing in his treehouse.
About the donuts, dinner's almost ready.
Oh, well, Kevin and I will skip dinner. The backyard reeks with the aroma of tofu and cabbage.
Now for your bedtime story. Once upon a time, in the land far away, there was a king. And he had a handsome son who was a prince. And there was also a very wicked witch who was so bad that the king banished her to a dark forest. And she didn't like it much. She said, I hate this place. You call this a forest? One day, the prince took a walk in the forest, and the witch said to herself, I'll teach that king a lesson. I'll turn the prince into a frog. And the prince said, Oh, hello. You must be the Wicked Witch. And the witch said, you got it, Buster. Sniggly, sniggly, snaggly, snog. I'm turning you into a frog. And the prince said, just a moment. You can't just turn anybody into a ribbit, 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 ribbit. And the witch said, am I wicked or not? And the poor prince hopped along the path, ribbit, 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 ribbit. He was very sad. And then he saw a beautiful young girl skipping along the path. Tra-la-la, 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 tra-la-la. And the frog said, ribbit, 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 ribbit. Hello, hello, beautiful girl. And the girl said, well, a talking frog. And the frog said, I haven't always been a frog. If a beautiful girl will kiss me, I'll turn back into a prince. And the girl said, that old line. But she kissed him anyway. And the frog said, ribbit, 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 ribbit. Oh, thanks ever so. And the Wicked Witch said, curses, foiled again. And the prince and the beautiful girl went back to the kingdom. And the prince had a tendency to eat flies, but nobody cared. Good night, darling. Sleep well.
Okay. Ready for your bedtime story?
No thanks, Mom.
Well, how come?
I already had 2 stories. One from Grandpa and one from Grandma.
Well, why didn't you tell Grandma you already had a story?
I didn't want to spoil her fun. She gets such a kick out of it.
Well, then I'll just rub your back. Or have you had 2 of those, too?
My little back is raw.
Well, you haven't had too many kisses, have you?
Heck no.
Good. Good night, love.
Night. Mom, look what Grandma bought me. She was saving them for my birthday. But she said she just couldn't wait. She got me this. She didn't want to make me feel left out.
Good old Grandma. Good night, hon.
Good night, Mom. Good night, Mom.
Not too late now.
Would you like me to read you a story? Oh, give me a break.
Ted, we have to talk.
In a minute, honey.
No!
Ow!
Well, I'm sorry, but our parents are starting to bug me. It's bracelets and toy cars and back rubs and stories and trips to Disneyland.
Honey, for crying out loud, calm down.
Well, every day is Christmas. I keep thinking I hear reindeer on the roof.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see your mother come down the chimney in a red suit.
Yeah, with your father right behind her as the head elf. Oh, I'm afraid the kids are gonna grow up so spoiled they won't have any values.
Well, I'd like to buy Becky nice clothes, but I can't afford to. You know, sometimes your mother makes me feel like a wimp.
Well, did your father ask me if I wanted Kevin to have a tree house? No. But before I know it, the fat elf is up there tapping with his little hammer. Tap, 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 tap.
Now, just a minute. My father may do a little spoiling, but he can't compare to the red-haired horn of plenty.
May I remind you that my mother was here first?
May I remind you that my father only moved in because your mother couldn't be trusted with the children. Ipso facto, he had no choice.
Oh, ever since you started law school, you've been dying to ipso somebody's facto.
There you go. There you go. See, you sound like you resent my going to law school to try and better myself.
Oh, better myself. You've become so pompous, you're beginning to sound more like your father every day.
Well, you're beginning to act like your mother.
Oh, you take that back!
Margot. Oh, Margot. Ouch.
Hi, Curtis. Hi, Curtis.
You scared the living daylights out of me.
You didn't do much for me either.
What are you doing up here?
I want to talk to you.
Oh, couldn't it wait? After all week long we work together in the hardware store. We live under the same roof. On Sunday morning, I would like a few Lucy-free minutes.
Well, really?
Yeah. Well, since you're here, make yourself useful. Would you just tack that down for me, please?
No.
Staple it along
I need
there.
to talk to you.
Well, can't you talk and work at the same time? I'm trying to get this thing finished. I think it's going to rain.
We have a very serious problem.
Huh?
Last night I went down to the kitchen to get a glass of goat milk.
Oh, well, that's your problem, not mine.
I'm trying to tell you that I overheard Ted and Margot. They were having a big fight.
Ted and Margot never fight.
Well, they're fighting now.
Oh.
She was crying last night and they weren't speaking to each other this morning. By the way, where were you? I didn't see you at breakfast.
Oh, you bet your sweet blender you didn't.
I fixed waffles with sunflower seeds and walnuts. Now, doesn't that sound delicious?
Only if you're a desperate chipmunk.
Uh-oh.
What were Ted and Margot fighting about?
Us.
What did Lucille, can't you watch what you're doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm upset, and we've got bigger problems than this silly apron.
Oh, well, why should Ted and Margot fight about us?
Because according to them, we're spoiling our grandchildren.
Nonsense. Oh, you, maybe, but not me.
Both of us. We keep buying them presents, and you know what we're really doing? We're competing for the children's love.
Uh-oh. You've been watching Phil Donahue again.
Never mind. Curtis, sit down.
Oh, but
sit down.
Yeah.
We have got to find some way to deal with this problem.
Well, it's quite simple. We'll stop spoiling them.
Well, I'm afraid one of us should move out.
That drastic?
Yes. So I hope you can get your old apartment back.
Why don't you move out?
I was here first.
2 measly days.
2 whole days. I have Grandma's squatter's rights.
I'm not buying that.
Okay, then. How are we going to decide who moves out? Figure that one out.
I don't know.
Hey.
I don't know.
Hey, I know. I know.
What?
We'll cut cards.
With a deck of animal cards? Now, that is ridiculous.
No, it'll work. High card stays. Okay. 9 of muskrat.
Ace of bunnies. When you're moving out, Lucille.
Wait a minute. Aren't muskrats trump?
Oh,
Oh, you're right. This is ridiculous.
Well,
No way.
How are we going to decide?
I don't know. We are both causing lots of trouble. Maybe both of us should move out.
Well, I hate to admit it, but that seems to be the only solution.
Yeah. I guess so.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. Hi.
Grandpa, I want to tell you, these really work.
They do?
I can hear you two talking way up in my room.
Oh. Oh, you heard us on the walkie-talkies, huh?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, well.
I don't think anybody should move out.
Well, you see, Kevin, we don't really want to move out.
Then don't do it.
Well, it's just not that simple.
No, we may have to.
Well, okay then.
Boy, there are no secrets in this house.
All right. It's decided. We're both moving out. Now, who moves out first?
Lucille, we are moving out together.
What you doing with the ladder?
What's that?
What are you doing with the ladder, Kevin? Kevin!
You leave me no choice. I moved the ladder until you change your minds.
Kevin!
Kevin, you come back here, young man.
Kevin! Kevin, you put that ladder back right now.
Kevin, you are in big trouble, young man.
Kevin McGibbon, you come back here.
Honey,
Were you speaking to me?
well, you are the only honey I've got. Would you come over here, please? I hate fighting with you.
I hate fighting with you. You know, I really like your father.
I can top that. I really like your mother. But they are spoiling our children.
Well, I guess we'll just have to keep talking to them about it.
Yeah, but until they start listening, how are we gonna stop fighting?
Do you remember when we were first married? We promised that whenever we got angry, first we would say to ourselves, I love this person. And then we would say what was on our minds.
I remember.
Well, this morning I forgot. But I'd like to say it now. I love this person.
And I love this person.
Does this mean they're speaking to each other again? This might be a good time to hit him up for more allowance.
No, it isn't. But I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take everybody to Griffith Park for a ride on the merry-go-round.
Yay! I get the white horse. No, I get the white horse. No, me! Me!
They sure are silly, aren't they?
Yeah, aren't they? Everyone knows I get the white horse.
Oh, boy. We must have been up here for over an hour. Where can the family be?
Well, after the way we fouled up, they might have moved to another town without telling us.
Kevin! Margot! Ted! Becky? Anybody? I think we're the only two people left on Earth.
Oh, what a revolting thought.
Just wonder if we're going to be stuck up here in this tree the rest of our lives.
Me, Tarzan. You, Jane.
Me, Jane, maybe. You, Tarzan. No way. It's raining.
Oh, maybe that's why I'm getting wet.
Oh, good heavens. Oh, dear. Oh. Oh, Curtis. Oh. You know, it's a shame all of us living together didn't work out. What a golden opportunity. We saw Ted and Margot every day.
All right.
And we had our grandchildren right where we could get our hands on them.
Which we did all the time.
Yeah.
We were terrible.
Yeah, we were awful.
Yes. We failed as grandparents. We blew it. No, there's no need to cry.
Oh, yes, there is.
No, we'll see Kevin and Becky from time to time.
No, we won't.
Yes. Oh, and we'll see them on birthdays and at Christmas time.
Oh, big deal.
If you will hold your gifts down to a minimum, just a small little gift.
Oh, you're right. I have to accept it. Que sera, sera.
You never have known what that meant.
It means whatever will be, will be.
Oh, Lucille, I'm disappointed in you.
Why?
You will never want to let whatever will be, be.
Well,
So why can't we stop spoiling the children? Maybe we can change.
yeah. Besides, kids need their grandparents.
Right. It gives them a sense of security.
It's a sacred trust.
Well, let's not get carried away.
All right, then it's settled. We'll stay and behave ourselves.
Agreed.
Curtis!
Oh, my God. Oh, no, boy.
Where have you been? Oh, yes, we're all right, but where have you all been?
We were at the park.
What are you doing at the park?
Oh, it's Grandma.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, okay,
Where
well,
in the
damn, but
world
okay.
have you all been?
At the park. And Kevin remembered he moved the ladder.
Yeah, I don't know how you can forget something that important, Kevin.
My memory is slipping. I must be getting old.
Kevin told us what he heard. Honey,
Grandma,
Yes, dear.
I'm sorry. They didn't want you to move out.
Oh, you did a good thing. We talked it over and we're staying. I am so happy I got my family back. I'm singing in the rain. Just singing.